And we are back on the R2F Eddie channel. Last time I got a lot of predictions wrong. It was a very tough week for everyone. There's a lot of very shock results, especially the Liverpool game. I don't know how many I got right from last week. I probably only got like 3 or 4 games right. Um, but with that being said, just finished a round of golf, so I'm feeling pretty good so far about these predictions. Let's get straight into it. Game number one, we have Everton versus Liverpool. This game I have Everton winning the game 3-2. Um, Obviously it's been a while since everyone last played, but I think Everton will keep on rolling. Liverpool just got stomped on last time. This could be a statement game for them if they win. But Everton showing up as they have done every week. I have them winning 3-2. I think DCL will continue to do well. Richarlison might have a good game. Liverpool just not been what they were last year, so I think it should be a good game though. On to the second game of Saturday, we have Chelsea versus Southampton. I have Chelsea dominating this game 3-0. I believe Mendy is not playing in goal, but I don't think that should stop them from winning 3-0. Obviously, Ings and Che Adams could score at any point, but I don't feel like they will. Um, Chelsea looked really solid against Crystal Palace last game. Obviously, I tried to pick an upset that game, but it clearly did not happen. Just Crystal Palace didn't look like they wanted to play. So yeah, I'm going with Chelsea 3, Southampton 0. On to the third game of Saturday, we have Man City versus Arsenal. I have Arsenal. Actually, I have Man City win this game 2-1. Um, I think De Bruyne is questionable though, but I don't think that should stop Man City from winning this game. I think Aubameyang will have a goal. He's been kind of lackluster so far this season. I'm expecting a big game from Phil Foden. Actually, I believe he'll probably get a goal and an assist this game. On to the next game, we have Man U versus Newcastle. Man U, they have their signings now. We'll see how they actually do though. They brought in Cavani. They brought in Alex Telles at left back. So we'll see how those signings suit them. I have them winning this game 4-2 against over Newcastle. Um, I think this will be finally the game Man U decides to show up. They've been kind of struggling so far this season, but I believe they've got what it takes to pull ahead against Newcastle. Their defense is still a question, and I believe Eric Bailey was injured in the Ivory Coast game, so that kind of puts a hole in their defense again. And Maguire might be the worst defender I've ever seen, but that's why I think they'll let up 2 goals. I think Callum Wilson will probably have a good game. So yeah, up next we have probably the least exciting game. We have Sheffield versus Fulham. I have this game as a 1-1 draw. I think it's going to be a pretty boring game overall. So yeah, I'd stay away from watching and betting on this game. Um, Obviously, you could probably count Mitrovic to score for Fulham. If not, then no one's probably going to score for that team. Sheffield, I know they just made a new signing of Brewster. I don't think he's played for them yet. I think he could probably make the difference for them and probably get a late goal to tie the game. Yeah, I think it's just going to be not a great game to watch just because of the two play styles of the teams. On to our next game. This might be one of the most exciting games. We have a derby game between Crystal Palace and Brighton. Um, I have Crystal Palace win this game 3-2, although it could go the other way around because Brighton's attack has been really good so far this season. Um, Brighton have looked solid. Neil Maupay, he's been scoring a lot of goals. I think this is going to be a big game for Zaha, though. Obviously, he's taking over the captain role at Crystal Palace, but we'll see how he does. It depends on how Roy does with the formation, too, because everyone wants to see Eze play central, but they play Eze as more of a left winger and play two strikers up top, which I don't think is the right formation for Crystal Palace, just seeing what their team is. But depending on their formation, it could go either way. I think they're still solid defensively though, and I think Lamptey is questionable to play as well. So I think it's still going to be a really exciting game, maybe a must-watch game as well. But I have Crystal Palace win the game 3-2. On to the next game, we have Tottenham Hotspurs versus West Ham United. I think this game's going to be. I think it's going to be a blowout for Tottenham, even though West Ham have surprisingly good so far this year. They almost signed Ben Rama. I don't think it went through though. But I have Tottenham winning the game 4-1. Son has just looked really good so far this year. Last game, wow. Even though there's been a break, I still think they have it in them to score a lot of goals past West Ham because it's West Ham. I don't think they're gonna do well, especially because the game's at Tottenham as well, even though it's not that far of a travel for West Ham. But I think it's just gonna be a blowout for Tottenham. Kane probably do something well. Yeah. On to the last game of Sunday. We have Leicester versus Aston Villa. This might be a must-watch game as well because although Leicester didn't look good in their last outing, Aston Villa really looked good in their last outing. I am unsure if Vardy's going to play. I think they brought up injury questions for him. Um, Obviously, Grealish looked really good for England, but you still have the issue of Southgate just ranting about Mason Mount and how good he is. But I think this is going to be a 2-2 draw. Um, I think Grealish is gonna have a good game. Ollie Watkins is gonna have a good game. For Leicester, I think Castagna might have a good game too because he's been really solid so far. But overall, James Madison could have a good game too. I hope he shows up this game just to make it a real interesting game. This is another must-watch game along with the Palace Brighton game, I feel like, in terms of those mid to low table teams that you need to watch. Up next, we have West Brom versus Burnley. I have Burnley win this game 1-0. I think this game's going to be kind of a stinker. I would kind of stay away from this game, betting watching wise, because it could be 1-0, 1-1, 1-0 the other way, maybe even 3-0 to one team. But I don't think this is a must watch game at all. Going to be kind of a boring game, in my opinion. But honestly, it could go anyways because as Aston Villa showed us last week, you could win 7-2. West Ham shows you could win 4-0 over big teams. But yeah, I think 1-0 Burnley. On to the final game, we have Leeds versus Wolves. The game is played at Leeds, but I have Wolves taking home the win with a 3-1 victory. Um, I think Jimenez is bound to show up this game. He's been kind of having a slow start. Adama, I don't think he's playing too well so far, but I think this is the game where they're going to finally show up and just maybe blow Leeds out of the park, even though it's at Leeds. But it should be a fun game to watch overall. And yeah, we should have a pretty good week for football. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed my predictions. I'll have more for you guys this weekend with a in-person soccer video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and yeah, see you guys next time.